Welcome back to WSAV News 3 today at 11. As we begin to close out the month of March, we are looking ahead to April, a time to honor survivors in our community and show those impacted by sexual violence that they are not alone. Mary's Place Sexual Assault Center of the Coastal Empire, formerly the Rape Crisis Center, is gearing up for an impressive lineup of community events and initiatives to bring about awareness and educate the community regarding the resources available to victims. Doris Williams is the agency's executive director. She joins us now with more. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for allowing me to be here.
First off, this is an agency that covers a lot of ground. You are in several counties right now.
7 counties. Our largest is Chatham, but we're in Bryant, Chatham, Effingham, Evans, Long, Liberty, and Tatnall.
Wow. We were talking during the break about some of the resources that you provide. List off a few of them, and then we'll get into the forensic mobile unit as well.
Okay. All right. Well, we've been around for 50 years, and as needs of survivors grow, our services have expanded. Of course, we are advocates, and we provide resources and services to survivors of sexual assault, as well as prevention education. But when it comes to our advocacy department, we're there with our 24-hour crisis line. And a few years back, we did a ribbon cutting for our forensic medical unit that we're very proud of. We're still able to provide that resource in the emergency room department, and they're part of our partnerships. But we also, when our clients do not have additional injuries, we're able to do it on site, which give a more private environment, and our team is able to meet there and do everything that the clients need and support them there as well.
And you're also looking forward to something else.
Yes, I think a lot of people don't know that we provide that service for the children as well. Part of the sexual assault response team of Chatham County is we're connected to Coastal Children Advocacy Center, and that's one of our sister agencies. So we provide examinations for the children. Our youngest child this quarter was 10 months, and then we had a survivor that was 13 months as well. So we want to create a pediatric SANE unit where we do our exams for our children. That's a little more friendly for them, because right now they go in the same space with our adult clients.
Yeah, to make them feel more comfortable.
Yes.
You mentioned that the agency has been around for 50 years. 8 of those years you've been at the helm. 18 of those years you've been involved with the organization. Tell us why you got involved and how.
I'm a survivor, and we don't use the word victim.
Yeah.
At our agency, we really want to remind our clients and anybody who enter that space that they've survived something, and that starts their healing journey, and however that looks for them. We're really survivor-centered. And in my mind, when it occurred to me before it happened, I thought I was going to be in an accounting firm in Charlotte, and my whole idea and mindset was planned on what I was going to do in my future. So when this agency came in and supported me during the most horrific time in my life, I just was like, I just want to be a part one day, and didn't realize I would have this opportunity and be there. So I really think that for me and my team, it may sound unusual to say you love what you do, but I love to see the transformation of our clients.
Speaking of transformation, you've been there long enough to see this agency evolve.
Yes, yes.
Let's elaborate on the evolution.
Well, I think when you think, we changed our name in 2022 to Mary's Place, a softer name that allowed us to go in all of the spaces that we needed to and say our name. Because being known as the Rape Crisis Center, nobody ever associated us with the prevention side. Years ago, we did good touch, bad touch. Now we do evidence-based curriculum from the state of Georgia. And we were never able to say Rape Crisis Center. We would say Prevention by RCC. With the new name, we're able to see Mary's Place Prevention, and we're almost reintroducing ourselves in that capacity, because we are excited to be advocates and do the reactive side of our agency, but the prevention side is just as important. And so that's very important to us, that the community know who we are. And as we see the needs of our clients, we've expanded our services. We have a basic needs program, because sometimes we're not able to connect with our DV centers, our domestic violence centers, and they might be at capacity. So this program allows us to give overnight shelter in a hotel for our clients, help them with food, help them with transportation. And we also started doing 2 years ago, courtesy of the judicial system, doing temporary protective orders, because a lot of our clients need that support as well. So we're very fortunate that we are survivor-centered, and when we see a need, we try to make sure we have that support for our clients.
We have about 1 minute left, so I have 2 questions for you. And the first one is, we talk about numbers and the number of victims that you receive. Not victims.
Survivors.
Survivors. I have to change my vocabulary.
Yes.
Survivors that you see in our area.
Usually it's anywhere between 500 and 600 a year.
Wow.
We usually do about 140 to 150 exams, sexual assault response, the kits. And about 3 to 5% of our clients are males.
Wow. Now, to the big ribbon cutting, because you have a big event coming up on April 1st where, I'm not going to give it away.
The whole month, for the month of April, we are encouraging businesses to do Jeans for Justice, where they allow their employees to dress down and give a donation to Mary's Place. April 7th, we have our Solidarity Walk at Forsyth Park, where everybody's going to come in. We're going to pass out literature to the community, and we're going to walk 1 lap around the park and chant some chants. And then on April 15th, we're going to have our Sexual Assault Response Team Summit, where we actually educate and train and talk to all of those who support in the community, support survivors of sexual violence. And then we're going to close the month out April 24th at Victory North at 7 p.m. with the Lip Sync Competition Gala. Thomas and Hutton has a team. They won last year. They won the Crystal Mic. They're trying to hold on to it again.
So we have
we have Coca-Cola coming. We have Savannah South East Rotary. They have a team. We have one of the jury industries. I can't remember that team, so pardon me. But we're excited because this is the Find Your Voice Lip Sync competition, and it talks about both of our departments, where we want our survivors to find their voice, and we want our kiddos to find their voice and speak up if somebody is harming them.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. So much going on in the month of April, and City Hall will be lit up as well on April 1st. That's what I was getting to. You can find more information and see this interview again anytime on our website by visiting wsav.com/community corner. Right now, it's time for a look at our forecast. Good morning, Alyssa.